Good morning, students. It is Wednesday, November 11th, 2020. Does anybody know what today is? Hmm. I told Group A students yesterday what today was going to be. Raise your hand if you said Veterans Day. Yes, it's November 11th. That means it's a Veterans Day. Usually we have a program. We would have a program today and invite our veterans in, our active military members, and we would celebrate them. At Donaldsville, we usually do that with a breakfast and then a program, and the kids sing songs. Obviously, it's different this year with COVID, and so we can't have that program. But I want to talk a little bit about Veterans Day today with you. Before I do that, though, we've got some other things we're going to talk about, and then I'm going to read a little bit about Veterans Day. Guess what? We have a lot of birthdays, and I don't know that I did birthdays before, so I'm doing all of the November birthdays today. We're going to list them all. So if it's your birthday in November and you're part of Donaldsville Elementary, I'm going to read your name and tell you your birthday. Miranda Wilson, she is a second grader. She had a birthday on November 1st, and she was 8 years old. Happy birthday, Miranda. Brianna Segura Mendez had a birthday on November 2nd, same day as my son, and she was 10. Happy birthday. She's in Miss Cooper's class. And Xavier Cox had a birthday on November 2nd, and he was 8. And Maddie DeMichelle was DeMichael. Always forget Maddie, sorry. November 3rd was her birthday, and she was 10. Aaron Bunch was on the 3rd. He was 9. Colin Popovich was 11 on the 5th. Xavier Phillips was 11 on the 6th. Parker Colwell was 10 on the 8th. Addie Cyphers was 10 on the 8th, and she's in Miss York's virtual classroom. Erica Williams was in 11 on yesterday, actually. And we had Asher Ropp. He was 9 yesterday. And Erica and Asher are both in remote learning. And so happy birthday to you guys. Sitlali Fernandez, her birthday was yesterday. She's in second grade. I had her in gym yesterday and told her happy birthday. She was 8 years old yesterday. Boy, we had several birthdays. Maddie Jones was 8 years old yesterday. She's in Miss Bracky's class. Eden Clark is 11 years old today on the 11th. You know what that's called? Your golden birthday. That's what I always called it, because when I was 17 on August 17th, I called it my golden birthday. So happy golden birthday to Eden Clark, who's 11 today on Veterans Day. Joseph Wilson, his birthday is tomorrow. He's going to be 11. He's in Miss Priest's class. Happy birthday, Joe. Kaylee Like is her birthday's on the 15th, and she'll be 8. John Carlos, is going to be 10 on the 16th, and he's in Miss Landis's class. And I'm going to go ahead and read the rest of these because we might as well do the rest of the month in case I forget. Who else? Oh, Cage in Miss Evans' class is going to be 11 on the 16th. Ethan Burcham, he's in Miss Heron's virtual classroom. He is going to be 9 on the 17th. Daniel Wilson, he'll be 10 on the 21st. David Channels will be 11 on the 21st. Jaden DeMichelle will be 10 on the 22nd. Aiden McIntosh will be 11 on the 23rd. Justin Watson will be 11 on the 25th. Juliet Mendoza will be 10 on the 25th. She is in Miss York's virtual classroom. So happy birthday, Juliet. Justin, Aiden, Jaden, David, Daniel, and Ethan Cage. Also, happy birthday to Morgan Miller. She will be 8 on the 25th. Calvin McGee will be 8 on the 25th. Tegan Lance will be 11 on the 25th. There's 3 birthdays on the 25th. So happy birthday to you guys. Your birthday's coming up. Haley Charlton will be 8 on the 26th. Joseph Eber will be 11 on the 27th. He's in Miss Rudd's classroom. Happy birthday, Joseph. On the 27th, Anthony Nicholas Rodriguez, he's going to be 11 on the 29th. And Zeke Eber, another Eber, is going to be 8 on the 29th. He's in Miss Lucas's class. And then finally, we have Levi Daniels, who's going to be 8 on the 30th of November. He's in Miss Bracky's class. So happy birthday to all our November birthdays. Awesome for you who have birthdays in November. I love it. We also have some positive office referrals I need to go through. Now, the cool news is, yay, 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 yay. We are over 200 positive office referrals. I cannot take credit for any of that because I do not write kids up for positive office referrals. I never have. That is totally the teachers, and the teachers are amazing. The teachers are the ones who write you up. Okay, so I write a little note on the bottom of that under your teacher's note, and we send that home because obviously it's a little different this year. We send that home, but the teachers are the ones who come up with the kids to write up. So that's totally a teacher thing. And so again, we're over 200 this year so far at Donaldsville, and we're not even through the end of the second quarter. I find that amazing. It's all because of the teachers. Do you guys know that you have the best teachers in the district right here at Donaldsville? Did you know that? You do. You have the best teachers in the district right here at Donaldsville. And I am so glad to work with them. It's amazing. Pretty much amazing. Okay, I'm going to go through these. Reagan Fote from Miss Hampshire in fourth grade. Reagan has worked super hard the last couple of weeks back in the classroom. So she's doing amazing. Olivia Potts in Miss Lear's room is a great PAX leader. She's respectful. Logan Branham and from Miss Priest's room, but Miss Evans wrote him up. She said he is amazing in math and he works to the best of his ability. Good job, Logan. I love that. Cole Hatton, go blue, Cole. Cole Hatton does his very best, and he's responsible with listening and homework. He is again in Miss Red's room, but Miss Evans wrote Cole up. Good job, Cole. Sit Lolly, who had a birthday yesterday. Fernandez in Miss Kottmeyer's room has been doing amazing on her work. I love it. Madison Martin was written up in Miss Kottmeyer's room again. She's organized, she participates, and she listens. To me, that's totally responsible. Daniel Wilson is always doing his best work. He's in Miss Hampshire's class in fourth grade. Good job, Daniel. Antoine Kelly is in Miss Evans' class. He's working hard in class and at home. I love the and at home because you guys have to be super responsible those 3 days you're not at school. And the majority of you are being super responsible. Good for you. I love it. Andrea Zaragoza, what a great kid. You are, Andrea. You are a great kid. I've known you since you were second grade here at Donaldsville, and you are awesome. She's pleasant and kind to everyone. She's a role model to other students, and that's so true about Andrea. Araya in Miss Evans' class is doing awesome with her school and her blended work this year. Good job, fifth grader Araya. Jalen Thomas. Miss Chris said Jalen Thomas is turning all her assignments and doing a great job. Good job, Jalen. Anthony Willoughby from Mrs. Smith in room 211 said that Anthony was super caring and responsible. He let somebody use his computer in tech when he didn't need it because he was done. That's amazing. I love that. Layla Sloan from Miss Collins comes to school every day ready to learn. Jacob Hampshire from Miss Collins has a positive attitude. Attitude is huge. I love positive attitudes. Good for you. Braden Tillman from Miss Hampshire is always respectful and helps other people. Daniel Wilson again. That's another one. I think Daniel Wilson has a bunch. That's amazing, Daniel. He's working extra hard on his assignments. Jimmy Williams in Miss Gray's classroom is an honesty. He was written up for being honest. And he listens carefully and does his work. Alex Gray from Mrs. Gray's room, no relation. Alex Gray in Mrs. Gray's room. Mrs. Gray said Alex could easily earn a positive office referral every day. That's how amazingly respectful, responsible, peaceful, problem-solving learner Alex is. Good job, Alex. Vandal Gitzinger from Mrs. Gray. He has a great sense of humor. And you know what? A sense of humor is awesome. I love it when people have good senses of humor. They like to laugh. That's very cool. Good job, Vandal. Joshin Torres stands out for being a hard worker in Miss Gray's room. Good job. Kimberly Ramirez was written up for Mrs. Gray. She is just doing an amazing job in class, asking great questions. JC Breest brings a lot of joy to our classroom, Mrs. Gray said. She compliments others and greets everyone with a smile. That's awesome. Smiles are contagious. Smile. Practice. Okay. And do it often. You know what? Do it when your teacher's teaching. Eye contact. Remember, we talked about eye contact earlier in the year. Use your eye contact, but go ahead and throw a smile at your teacher's way. Teachers like smiles, right? So do other people. Use them. It's kind of like the please. I read your story about please, right? Please wants to come out of your mouth. So does thank you. But so does your smile. I guess it can't come out of your mouth, but it wants to be used. So smile at people. I know it's hard with our masks, but when you're taking a mask break or you're out at recess running around, smile at people. I love it. Plus, you know what? You can tell somebody's smiling under their mask. Watch. Am I smiling? Am I smiling? No smile? Smile. Look at my cheeks go up. My eyes kind of go like this. Sometimes I get a wrinkle in my forehead if I smile big. All right. So people can tell. All right. So keep smiling. I love that, JC. Good job. Liam Armentrout for Mrs. Gray. He's an amazing student. He participates in class and he's kind. I love kindness. Everybody needs to be kind. I need to be more kind. Everybody needs to be more kind. Sam Hall in Miss Gray's class also. He helped his teachers learn, or he's helped his classmates learn about his hearing aids. And that's awesome, Sam. Thank you for doing that. I love that. I love that. Sam is teaching people. That's great. Okay, so those are positive office referrals. We did birthdays. Now we need to go back to Veterans Day. All right. Make sure I didn't forget anything. Oh, I was going to talk real quick about attendance. Remember, students, you are marked absent or present based on the work you do Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday if you're in Group A, and if you're in Group B, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Okay, because you're not here at school, but you're doing the work at home. So teachers are posting lessons for Wednesday. They might have a short review for you to watch or a lesson, actually, or they might do a live meet for everybody on Wednesday. You need to mark that as done. All right. Or you need to do the assignment they post for you on Wednesday or watch the video and mark as done. Also, they could be giving you paper pencil work. Same thing. Do it. That's how we mark you. If you don't do that work, you're marked absent. And then it goes to your attendance and that opens up a whole nother not good stuff. Okay. Because then we got to contact your parents about attendance. And that's how we have to do attendance now. I sent your parents an attendance thing via the app today. So again, students, ask your parents if they have the app and tell them to check the app on a regular basis because I just sent them some information on attendance on the app, and it just kind of answers some questions your parents might have. Okay. I want to read to you about Veterans Day. All right. Veterans Day is hugely important. And I'm going to read to you what it is. I'm going to read you just a teeny bit of history about the United States because we got a lot going on in our country right now with the election, and now we have Veterans Day. And so this chapter I'm going to read you in this book kind of talks about both of those things. All right. So your job is to listen and to pay attention and to think as I read. All right. Let your brain wander as I read, but make connections to other things. Your brain could be making connections to other books you've read, maybe about Veterans Day. It could be making connections to the world around you. It could be making connections to yourself. Maybe you have a veteran in your family, all right? Or you know a veteran, maybe a neighbor or an aunt or a sister or somebody like that that's a veteran, okay? That's awesome. All right. So make those connections as I'm reading. Let your brain think about other things that connect to the text that I'm reading. That's what good readers do. All right. And I know your teachers are teaching you that because that's what good teachers do. They teach about the other voice in your brain that's thinking while it's reading and those kinds of things. This book is called Veterans Day, Remembering Our War Heroes. And I'm just going to read you the first chapter. It's only a couple pages long, but I want to talk about this a little bit. All right. Chapter 1, Land of the Free. The United States of America is not ruled by a king or a queen, right? We don't have a king or a queen. Some other countries do. Now my brain is connecting to that statement I just read, and I think about England, the United Kingdom. They have a queen. All right. So, and other countries in our world do have a king or queen. Instead, Americans have elections. Citizens can vote, can cast votes to pick their leaders. We just did that. Your parents and I, we just voted. All right. These leaders stand up for the free people, for the people. They serve in government and carry out the people's wishes. This form of government is known as a fifth grader should know this. Well, you should know it, or you're going to be taught it. Also, fourth graders. Our kind of government we have in our country, democracy. Okay, everybody say democracy. Democracy. You're going to hear that word again, I promise. In a democracy, people have certain rights and freedoms. Americans enjoy many freedoms. Among these is religious freedom. Americans can pray at a church, a temple, or a mosque, or not pray at all. It's up to them. That's called freedom of religion. All right. We have all sorts of freedoms. Okay. Freedom of religion is one. Freedom of press is another. We have this whole thing called the Bill of Rights. Now you're getting me into back to my teaching when I taught fifth grade government. Okay. But we have this thing called the Bill of Rights. In the First Amendment, it talks about freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, freedom of press, freedom of speech. That means freedom of press, we can write what we want. Freedom of speech, we're allowed to speak out, even if it's against somebody in government. We can't be arrested for speaking out. All right. Freedom of assembly means we can gather together with other people and discuss politics or any other kinds of ideas and not get in trouble for that. All right. That's called the First Amendment. So we have those freedoms as well. People in the United States can live where they want. They can pick any job they are able to do. They can even own a business. Yeah, it's your right. Some of you know business owners. Maybe your parents are business owners. Americans are free to travel too. They can go anywhere. They do not need the government's permission. People in the United States love their freedom, but they know that other people worked hard for that freedom. Who worked hard for your freedom? Raise your hand. Who worked hard for your freedom? Yes, you're right. The soldiers. My grandfather in World War II. Maybe your grandfather. Maybe your aunt or your uncle or your mom and your dad who's a veteran. They worked hard for our freedoms. We don't have all those freedoms that I just talked about, the Bill of Rights. We don't have those freedoms without somebody helping to make us free. And those are our soldiers, our men and women of the military. Brave men and women have fought for America's freedom. These people have been members of the United States Armed Forces. The Armed Forces are made up of the men and women in the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, our National Guard. All those things are our military in the different branches. Members of the armed forces protect and defend our nation. These loyal men and women have often fought against America's enemies. They have protected us without thinking about the danger to themselves. Right. They go to war for us without even thinking about how dangerous it is. They just want to protect the way of life for Americans. All right. I think that's awesome. Do they deserve our respect? Heck yes, they do. Veterans are members of the armed forces who have fought in a war. I believe the United States Marines just had their birthday yesterday, 200 and some years old. It's pretty crazy. They've been around for 200 and some years. That's amazing. America is very grateful for its soldiers. All are heroes. Some died fighting for their country, but they all fought to protect the rights and freedom of American citizens. We have had a lot of deaths in the military. We still, almost every day, have a death in the military. Okay, we have a lot of people in the military, but we have deaths in the military, and those people were training or were fighting to protect our freedom. We show our respect, great Donaldsville word, for our veterans on a special day known as Veterans Day. Veterans Day is celebrated each year on November 11th. On Veterans Day, America thanks America thanks its veterans. There are parades, people place flowers on soldiers' graves. Veterans Day is a day to remember and thank the people who have kept our nation free. So that's the first chapter. Talked a little bit about the history of our country, what kind of government we had, and why we celebrate Veterans Day. All right. So you can find more books like this in the library at Donaldsville Elementary if you want, or you maybe have read something before on your own. You also can look up videos on the internet, on YouTube, that have to do with Veterans Day. Okay. That would be amazing. We are so thankful for our veterans here at Donaldsville. Can I issue you a challenge? Here's my challenge to you, that you write a short note today on Veterans Day to somebody you know who's a veteran. A short note to somebody you know who's a veteran. It won't take very much time, I promise. It might take 5 minutes, if that. You can thank them for the serving, for making our way of life good, and making our way of life with the freedoms we enjoy. Veterans helped solidify that. So write a note to a veteran. It won't take you very long. It won't take much of your time or your efforts, but it could make their day. It could make their week. It could make their year. All right. Something little like a note. Okay. So that's my challenge to you, to do that today. Or if you don't have time to do it today, do it tomorrow. All right. Do it Friday. I don't care, but just do it. I think you'll make somebody's day better, and I think that would be awesome. All right. I think that's it for announcements. Those were a little long today, but I needed to go through birthdays, positive office referrals, and I wanted to talk about Veterans Day. You guys are awesome. Guess what? You know what I'm going to say. I say this every time. Your teachers love you. I love you. Your family loves you. This is a great place to learn and a great place to be, Donaldsville Elementary. I honestly believe it is the best place for you right now. All right. I wish we could be in every day, but I love seeing you your 2 days a week that you're here, right? Group A on Mondays and Tuesdays and Group B on Thursdays and Fridays. I love seeing you guys. Reminder, Group B, you're coming tomorrow. Just a reminder real quick that tomorrow is pajama day if you bring in your 5 items, right? And I was telling the other classes in 2nd grade, Miss Cotmere's room is winning the competition for the canned food drive. They have 29 so far. Miss Lear's had 44 in 3rd grade. They're winning. Miss Cooper's class is winning in 4th grade with 17, and Miss Rudd's class is winning with 16. That was from our Monday totals. So I don't have Tuesday's totals yet. So that could have changed. But when you guys, Group B, brings in your items tomorrow, those will be added. And at the end of the week, we'll have, and I'll say it on announcements every day in the morning, but I'll be able to say who's winning so far because we have this week and next week. The last thing I want to remind you of is that PTO, our fundraiser, where you're selling food, please make sure to keep selling. That money is due next Wednesday, the 18th. All right. And I sent your parents a reminder about that on the app. Okay. So again, remind your parents to get the app if they don't have it. All right. Guess what? You are awesome. You are important and your life matters. Don't ever forget that. Okay. Have a wonderful day today. If you're in Group A or B, make sure you're doing your work today. But Group A, make sure you're doing your work tomorrow and Friday. Group B, we are going to see you tomorrow. All right. And Friday. And we're excited about that. All right. Everyone have a great day. You're amazing. Take care.